So hi, my name is Joe Brewer, and today I want to give you a brief update about how we are launching the field of culture design. And specifically, I want to talk to you about the work we're doing here at the Oregon Research Institute, where I've had an office since May, and I've been carefully building up the relationships and the vision for creating a research center that we plan to launch in the spring. And this research center is called, at least currently, the Culture Design Institute. And what we are planning to do with this is to really bring together the best scientific knowledge available about how social change works, combined with the best research from prevention science, behavioral science, public health science, about what creates health and well-being. So, for example, the Oregon Research Institute has more than 60 years of history doing research funded by the National Institutes of Health to study things like the social determinants of health and well-being, the social dynamics that give rise to conflict and coercion, bullying, studies of healthy lifestyle activities, or the use of marketing to spread unhealthy activities, especially things like excessive alcohol consumption or smoking. So this is a place that has a long history of doing behavioral research and public health research. One of the areas that they focused on is in program evaluation, where they set up large-scale comparisons between interventions in communities where something is done to promote well-being to the community, and another community where either a different intervention is used or no intervention is used. And they've developed rigorous methodologies for how to do this. This is kind of best practices of public health research. So what we're doing is building on this legacy of many decades of research done by researchers here, as well as similar kinds of research done by other places. And our vision is to bring this together with other kinds of knowledge, like the work I've been doing for the last few years to help organize the several dozen academic disciplines that inform the study of cultural, to create the ability for communities that are struggling to create social change to be able to do so with rigor and with the ability to track their own changes as they go. So for example, there are currently a lot of small-scale communities with maybe 5,000 to 15 or 20,000 people in them that are trying to become more resilient in a world of global warming and are trying to become more sustainable in various ways, building up stronger local community supports for agriculture and regenerative farming, or doing things like trying to combine local schooling practices with engagement that keeps people in the community so that they have more continuity between generations of people. There are a whole set of issues like this that plague small to medium-sized communities. And what those communities generally lack is the support of really strong, robust social science to help them know how to guide change toward better outcomes. And also, more fundamentally, they often lack the ability to see the changes happening in their community in a way that they could then work with to guide social changes. So a big part of this will be to set up monitoring systems that, just like in environmental management, where you might set up a network of sensors for a river basin to watch changes in stream flows or the slope of the bank of the water, or things like this that are associated with the health of the river system. That there are ways of setting up sensors networks for tracking social change dynamics within communities that are related to known public health risks or positive health outcomes, so that policymakers, community leaders, grassroots activists can work together with local businesses, with local community organizations to see these change processes happening in real time and to guide changes toward desired goals that have been set by the entire community. So this is work that we're going to be doing starting in the spring of 2018 when we launch the Culture Design Institute to build this kind of integrated research capacity and start reaching out with the growing array of tools that we'll have at our disposal to work with community change practitioners. And we'll be offering trainings and mini schools and retreats, as well as participating with cities or with nonprofits that are working to create change to improve the programs that they're already running or to design and collaboratively deploy new programs that they will be able to implement in the future. So this is just a little update about what we're doing and to give you a little bit of flavor of what's coming down the pipes for the field of culture design. So I hope you will get involved and learn more. Support us here simply by becoming a regular recurring contributor to my Patreon account, or reach out to me through any of my social media networks where I make myself very easy to find, and let's talk more about doing this work together. Thank you, and onward, fellow human.